All-purpose cleaners are probably the most common products you'll find on any detailer's shelves. Today we're going to be looking at 10 uses for all-purpose cleaners. Hi, so welcome back, and yes, we're going to be talking about all-purpose cleaners. So if you're new to detailing, all-purpose cleaners are often abbreviated as APC, and they're usually a citrus-based product. Now, most all-purpose cleaners, kind of the strongest you use them is a 4-to-1 mix. It's very rare you would use them neat. And quite often they go down to about a 10-to-1 is what you would mix it with, and that is 10 parts water, 1 part all-purpose cleaner. Some products out there do allow you to dilute them down as low as 30-to-1, such as Koch Chemi's Green Star and Bill Hamber's Surfex HD as well. They can be heavily diluted and still get great results from them. So as I said, we're going to be talking about 10 ways to use them, but first I just want to say thanks to Valet Pro for sponsoring this video. We'll talk more about them later on. First on the list, and probably no surprise as we cover it quite often on this channel, is using it as a pre-wash. So you would go typically around all the lowers, especially in a really dirty car and over the winter months, mix up a large pressure spray bottle and just spray all the lowers of the car, the front bumper, the rear bumper, spray it all down with all-purpose cleaner and let that eat into the traffic film that's on there. Let it soak away for a few minutes and then pressure wash that off or snow foam over the top of it. So pre-wash is the first one that most people think of using an all-purpose cleaner for. So next up then is tyres. Now an all-purpose cleaner, especially a 4-to-1 mix, is a great product for stripping any existing tyre dressings off this. If you want to apply something nice and fresh, before you clean the wheels, I normally clean the tyres first. So put it in a spray bottle in a pump sprayer and just spray it around the tyre walls, scrub them with a nice clean brush. And once that starts foaming up white, so the first time you clean it, it's going to be brown, rinse it, repeat until the suds come white. Then you know the tyres are nice and clean, and at the end of the detail, you can put on some fresh tyre dressing. Following on from tyres then is trim, especially dark plastic unpainted trim, mirror bases. If you've got an older car where you've got your bumper inserts, use it on trim work and it can help get polish out of those, wax residue, anything like that. It's really handy to clean up the plastic trims ready for some trim dressing at the end of the detail. The engine bay is another place you can use an all-purpose cleaner. Now, usually on a heavily soiled engine, you would use a dedicated engine cleaner, degreaser, something like that. But on a lightly soiled or a car that you look after quite often, you can use all-purpose cleaners to clean the engine bay. Again, we've done videos on this and I'll put a link up here to that now, and you can do a sort of like waterless wash on the engine bay just by using all-purpose cleaners, detailing brushes and microfiber towels. So your interior foot mats and interior fabrics, you can also use all-purpose cleaners on them, especially retreating small stains. You may want to use an extractor afterwards if you've heavily saturated with all-purpose cleaners to make sure they're dry again. But yeah, an all-purpose cleaner, you can use it on the interior as well as the exterior of the car. How many times are we going to say all-purpose cleaner in this video? So I'd just like to take a quick break and thank the sponsor of this video, Valet Pro. Now they've been around for about 15 years and they specialise in the manufacture of detailing products. They have their own in-house research and development team bringing you amazing products such as Dragon's Breath, Snow Seal, Formula One, Purple Passion, and the one that started me off with their line of products was the Bilberry Wheel Cleaner. As I said, they've been around 15 years, which is pretty much as long as I've been detailing. So yeah, to me, they're one of the first brands that I was drawn to, coming away from the high street products, let's say. So yeah, you can check them out at valetpro.global and you can get 10% off their entire product range using the discount code DW10. It's for a limited time only, as they obviously sell normally through resellers. So yeah, you can take advantage and buy direct from the manufacturer on this occasion. So once again, thanks very much for Valet Pro for sponsoring this video, and we'll get back into this list. Sticking with the interior then, the interior plastics is another place I use all-purpose cleaners a lot, usually a 10-to-1 mix. And the way to do this, if it's a large plastic area, just spray the all-purpose cleaner all over as you usually would. Otherwise, if it's a small little bit of stain that you've got somewhere that you've maybe scuffed the door as you're getting into the car, just spray a little bit into the brush and then mop all of the dirty solution up with a microfiber towel. An area you might not think you can use an all-purpose cleaner is a convertible roof. So there are dedicated convertible hood cleaners out there. One actually from Valet Pro, which I have used in the past, but if you are in a pinch, you can use a all-purpose cleaner. Particularly as the initial wash, if the roof's not been maintained and looked after properly, and it's got that light layer of green algae on it, you can use this just to get a lot of that off and then hit it with a dedicated fabric roof cleaner. So yeah, that's another area you might not have thought of, but you can use it in a pinch if you need to. Algae buildup and moss buildup is another area you can use all-purpose cleaner. So I've just quickly glossed over this when I mentioned convertible roofs. But yeah, if you've got a friend's car, family member, customer's car, and they don't keep it clean that often, you will often find that the boot hinges will have algae building up there, maybe the door hinges, or even in the fuel cap where people typically don't bother cleaning, they don't realize it needs cleaning. Yeah, you'll have algae building up in there. So all you want to do is spray some all-purpose cleaner, maybe a 4-to-1 mix, depending on the brand you're using, and then get in there with a detailing brush and then mop up the excess with a microfiber. And that's the beauty as well of all-purpose cleaners. You just need a spray bottle mixed up, a brush, and a couple of microfiber towels. And that's it, you can clean a lot of stuff just with them 3 simple items. Getting towards the end of this list now, and you can also use all-purpose cleaner to clean your wheels. Again, probably in a pinch on this one, most of you are going to have dedicated wheel cleaners. If your wheels are heavily soiled, then yes, you're probably going to want to use a dedicated wheel cleaner and iron remover. But if they're just lightly dirty and the shampoo's just not quite going to cut it, just give it a light spray over with some all-purpose cleaner before you go in there with the shampoo mix to give them a wash. Dead bugs are a common sight along the front bumper of most cars, especially those that are doing a lot of miles commuting every day, or if you go for spirited country road drives or track days, you're going to accumulate a lot of dead bug splatter along the front bumper and the leading edges of the wing mirrors, A-pillars and things like that. So before you hit it with a contact wash, give the front and the leading edges of the car a rinse down, or a spray over should I say, with all-purpose cleaner, and let that soak on there for a little while before hitting it with snow foam just to soften up the dead bugs. And then yeah, they should come right off. If not, and you've still got some left after the wash stage, hit it again with a microfiber towel and some all-purpose cleaner. And finally, a bonus one is you can use all-purpose cleaners around the house and the garden. So in fact, just last week I was fed up of seeing in the cobwebs and a little bit of algae building up around the windowsills on the outside around the conservatory. I will do that every single spring, is give the whole conservatory a clean with a light mix of all-purpose cleaner. So it's got its bonuses, you can use it around the home and garden. So there we go then, that's 10 uses of all-purpose cleaner plus one bonus one around the home and garden. Let me know in the comments below how many times you think I said all-purpose cleaner. I think it was a lot. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please make sure you smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed to this channel already, please do consider subscribing as well. Also, I want to say thanks again to Valet Pro for sponsoring this video, and make sure you check them out. Again, the website is valetpro.global and use the discount code DW10 to get 10% off. Don't forget you can check us out on Instagram as well at Detailing World Official, and if you want to see the behind the scenes, you can check myself out on there at Randomly Set. So once again, hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, we'll see you in the next video.